a universal look. So everybody who did a show with me knew exactly where they were at. So on one side of the coin, that was great because most people would be like, hey, I know who you are. I know where you record at. But I was like, if I'm going to elevate, I wanted to make it feel like you're not in the same space you used to be. So now in this new space, I've been here since January. Um, most shows look completely different. Like you can tell there's still a couple of aesthetics about it, like this chair, the way the plants have been lately, but majority of it is always forever changing. I could literally, this room changes so much that when my brother comes to the studio with me, he's like, bro, it's you changed it again. Like, when are you going to feng shui the place and just leave it like that? I was like, until I could come up with another $3,000 to buy the furniture I want to have in all the spaces.
Fine. You can work with this.
Actually. That's why I like this. But no, I got so many other ideas. If you've seen the room next door, it's at least 4 different setups.
Okay.
Just in
all
one
you
space.
have to do is go to the at-home store. They're not that expensive. Order like a cow's hide rug. You can get like a 7-footer, and then just get the pillows to match.
The girls want it to be more girly. They still say feel a little man
cave.
cave.
Black and white cow's hide rug or a great one or whatever.
Okay. I'm just give you the money and you just
please. I'll do it. This is what I do.
This is your other one. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Where I Come From. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. We're back in the building, and I am joined by one of what I like to refer to people as my business besties, people who are out here in the city of Milwaukee doing things and making major moves. And 9 out of 10, you became a business bestie because I met you while doing business, and you were so dope that I just had to keep you. And I met her, ironically, when the Grown Woman podcast was doing their launch. They were doing their live show to introduce their podcast. I decided to go out and just support them. I was actually supposed to be at the All Black Affair that night, but that particular night, it was All White Affair. Supposed to be at the All White Affair, and that particular night, I just chose not to go. So I ended up giving my ticket away to somebody else, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check on these ladies and see what they're doing, because I had already knew Sharika because she used to always be in Sherman Phoenix doing workshops and everything with Sherman Phoenix. So let me go and support her. We have this conversation about podcasting all the time. So she's about to launch it. Let's see what this is going to be about. I never regretted that. That was a really dope event in regards to it. It was fun. It was energetic. It was a mix of the culture in the room. And I love that. And then randomly, just minding my Black-owned business, there was this young lady sitting at a table right next to me who not only owns a bar, but is also a real estate agent. And I was like, I'm going to talk to her about one of these two things. I just don't know which one yet. And when I'm doing my rounds, meeting people, I made sure I stopped. And she was like, here, take my number. We got this bar. We got dope wings on Wednesday. If you like Elsa's wings, you're going to love our wings. Like, just immediately was like, look, come through. And we've been besties ever since. Absolutely. So I want to go ahead and welcome my bestie, Reese. Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on your show.
I am. This is long overdue.
It's definitely.
We're busy. We are busy. The fact that you actually were free today was more of a shock to me than anything.
I actually shut down the bar today, friend.
I feel so sorry.
Like literally, look at it. I text my cook, and I text everybody, and I said, hey, I'm not opening today. I'm not gonna open today.
I feel extra special.
Yeah, you should.
I feel extra special now because she shut down her whole business. And the funny part is, the reason why she's here with me today is because we are talking about entrepreneurship. The one thing about my podcast is I like to focus on businesses in the community and impacts that we're making in the community. But more importantly, lately, I want to talk about like the fear of flying. It's the fear of success. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes we're just as scared of being successful as we are of failure, simply because we may not be mentally prepared to make that next step. Now, the reason why I want to talk to you is because I don't think you're scared of anything. Okay. Because the real estate agency game alone is rough. So let's start there. What made you even get into that?
I was in middle school, and
Why
and this is probably like 1995,
okay,
maybe 94, and I heard Trina, the baddest bee, Trina, on a talk show on the radio. You know, when you would have your Walkman,
right?
you walk to school with your like CD player, but you can also switch to the radio. And she was talking about how in Dane County, they were like, you know, talking about how she made so much money from rapping.
Right.
And she was like, well, actually, I didn't start off from rapping. I was already having money. I was a real estate agent. And I was like, oh. And so they broke down that on the radio, like what she did as a real estate agent.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
I was a kid, right? And so I was like, I want to be a real estate agent, right?
Right.
And then so in like 2004, 2005, I was a couple of other things had happened. I had failed in geometry, had to take geometry in at Riverside, and then I failed at something else and I had to take a class at Washington High School. But even though I was chapter 220
right
in South Milwaukee, there was a teacher at one of the schools, Mr. Gordon, and I embarrass him every time I see him because he was actually stopped. All the class was acting crazy.
Right.
And he had stopped and he was like, wanted to teach us something
right
outside of what he was teaching us. And he was like, you know, you get your 3 properties, you get you 1 property, you pay it down, you pull out the money out that property, you buy 2 more properties with no mortgages, and then you had them properties pay for that. Like he had this whole little scheme.
It is.
And I was sitting in that class failing from what I had failed from and was like, I'm gonna master that.
Right.
And I see him sometimes, and I remember the first time I seen him as an adult, I was like starstruck because I don't even know if this man knew how much he had impacted my life being a teacher
right
at a class in the summer school. I mean, we all had failed.
We all had failed.
We all done failed. And then so I was a project manager and I did auditing at GE Healthcare Financial in Brookfield on Barker Road. And across the parking lot was Cold World Banker.
Right.
And the broker back then was a lady named Jean Land.
I know who that is.
And yes, and I walked over there one day on my break, and I was like young. I was like probably 22 years old. I just walked across, you know, because from my window,
right, you can see it
of slavery.
Of slavery.
I could see all the agents and brokers rolling up with their nice cars. And they were so happy, and they had these little folders in their hands. That's when, like, you know, we would fax things back in the day.
Right.
And so we would have like the whole file of like real estate over like the folder. Everything, your file was in the folder.
Right.
And I would just see them in their little cute dresses and their little outfits. And I would just look out the window and I would be like, what are they doing? And I would think back to Mr. Gordon, and I would think back to Trina. And I would be like, that's a real estate brokerage over there.
Right.
So one day on my break, I walked over there and I spoke to the lady, Jean Land. And I was like, hey, I want to be a real estate agent. And she gave me this box of VHS tapes. This is how long ago this was. So I've been a realtor for 20 years.
Right.
So, you know, this is a long time ago. Like this is like 2005.
Right.
And she gave me a box of tapes. VHS the square one,
right?
That you put in there, not the DVDs.
Yeah, we were just talking about that today. How people sometimes you got to put the little paper
don't
in
even
there.
know,
right? They don't even know
Well, we had to go through the rewind and get back, and so I paid like probably $150 back then.
Okay. For
the class, and I remember I was like, I gotta make sure I get my money together. I want to just, you know, I want to do this. And I remember my first ever deal was a Lutheran pastor in New Berlin. And it was his idea to say, I want you to do a 10% listing. His house was like 270 at the time.
Right.
But he was saying that if you did a 10% listing for the co-broke, basically it'll let the people bringing their people in, like the
Right.
agents bringing their buyers in, be so excited to see that it's such a larger amount than the regular 6%.
Right.
And his house would sell immediately. And literally in a day, I had 27,000 in my account. You not yet, we had to go
Right.
through the inspection,
Right. You had to do
the
everything.
appraisal, things like that. But it was like these faxes were coming through, and I was brand new. It was my first 2 weeks of being an agent, so I think I was spoiled.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I
like
think that it was
that's
like that
the
first
motivator.
hit.
Like you got addicted. You got $27,000 in your
I
first
was
2
such a
weeks,
kid.
and here we are 20 years later. So Lord knows how many millions and millions of dollars you've touched, simply because. Hold on, but you broke. You not broke. You invested. I know where your money is. So you good.
I got a little change.
Like I know where your money is, but. After you did that, like what made you? Did you ever do commercial? Or
I do.
You do commercial?
Because
that's a whole nother ball game.
Mostly all of the Mad Chickens that you see, I've sold them.
And you ain't called me for one?
No, because they're brothers. They're all like they're not related brothers, but they're like brothers.
Right.
Like they're from Egypt, Jerusalem. They're Indian, and they're amazing. And so I met them like probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
From another, Egyptian.
Right.
And they wanted a pharmacy. And then I met these people, and they have been like my brothers ever since. So unless I'm busy, unless I got something going on where like life is like lifing me, usually I find all their Mad Chickens for them. So every Mad Chicken, that you guys see,
so now
they're my brothers.
Now I got it.
Yeah, now y'all gotta go and support Mad Chicken, because I'm gonna tell you this, they definitely support me. Like they're amazing. Like their houses, their service stations, they got a car lot. Like anything they got, they call me like, sis, can you get on this, please? I need you to stay focused. We want this. Like, but they're amazing. They're patient with me.
Okay.
They're busy people too.
Right. They get it.
But they got me kind of in that commercial life too.
Okay. So which one do you like better? Keep it honest.
Commercial is more business. It's more corporate America. There's no feelings involved in it.
Okay.
Residential, there's a lot of feeling.
Okay.
It's a lot of high tension. This is my first house, and or I have to sell this house because I'm losing this house, and I have to find another house that's comparable to my paycheck, or I'm an investor and I want to invest, and I have $1 million dreams on Burger King money.
You'd be surprised how many people like that.
It's amazing how many people like that. So sometimes, being a good agent, I'm a broker now. Being a good broker is redirecting them back into their buying power.
Right.
Like, and so I use that word buying power to people. Like, let's just see where your buying power is at. So instead of saying, let me see how much you approve for, I'd be like, contact my people and let's see your buying power.
Right.
So we can see where we should be searching at. Because I don't want to be searching for $500,000 houses and you're approved for only $300,000.
Right. You want to keep it realistic.
We want to keep it realistic.
I've noticed that has been a very difficult thing, because I'm currently in this home buyer space right now, because my girls are getting a little bit older. I can't have apartment kids too much longer because they need their space. So I'm out here, I'm home shopping myself.
Why haven't you called Gardner and Associates?
You want to know why? Because we have a family agent. And
that's absolutely understandable.
Yeah,
I get
Tyler has been Tyler is family at this point.
Okay, no,
and that's why I was like, I understand
yeah.
with you and the Egyptians, because when you become family on the business level, you really are family.
Yeah, you're really
so
family.
They're never going to want anybody else to touch anything.
Absolutely.
So, and you're my girl. I was literally ready to call you. I was ready to call you, and my sister was like, "No, we only work with Tyler."
I'm gonna tell you how cool I am. even if you're working with Tyler, if you're like Charese, this is keep a lookout for this style of house or this
Right.
style of condo. I still got you. I don't want nothing.
I know.
Like a lot of people do, it's a lot of a lot of things that I do for funds and not fun.
Right.
But I've been doing real estate for so long, and I don't want anybody to make a bad decision because I don't want to have to be the cleanup person at
Right.
the end. That it's like I don't care. And my right hand of God, there are so many people that can attest to me saying, I don't care who you're working with. Contact me if you need some help. Because I'm an OG in it.
I know that 20 years. Most people retire from the military after 20 years. You still retire, right? But no, and I've noticed it's kind of getting difficult right now because I don't really ask for too much, but it's more so like I'm 350,000 pre-approved, right? Buying power. I'm gonna start using that word. I got 350K of buying power, but trying to find something comparable for what I want and looking at the safety, because I got my girls. It's at the end of the day, it's really all about my girls more than anything. It's not a lot out there. Yeah. It's not a lot out there that checks all my boxes. And even the one that I thought I had, then there was like, oh yeah, this whole lot of land that's right next to you that looks like it should be yours. Nope, it belongs to the gas station. So it's like so many different things.
But it's okay. Why can't we contact the gas station and see if they allow an easement?
And I was thinking about that. I really was. I was like, you know what? I doubt they use it. Because when you look at the gas station and you look at how the trees completely separate everything from it, I don't think they care about it. So,
or maybe they can borrow it to you on, for a while and say, hey, I need more parking, or I need a backyard.
Okay.
If you guys aren't going to
explain this to me. So how would this situation work?
So basically, if let's just say you buy the property right by the gas station.
Right.
And the gas station owns the land behind it, but they're not doing anything with it, but they just own it.
Right.
You can go to the gas station owner and say, hey, I just bought this property right behind your land. And instead of you cutting the grass, I can cut the grass for it in exchange for me using it until you need to use it. Right.
Right.
Or I'll keep up with the maintenance of the grass, and we can just kind of go to a lawyer, get it on contract that I am responsible. So if anybody slips and falls, I'll include it on my insurance, as far as a renter from you,
right?
And then I'll cut the grass for it. So the city won't be going by and asking you to cut the grass because now I'm responsible for it. And then if I need to park my car, my trailer, my RV, my boat back here, I have those rights to do that because I have a lease with you. And then if you decide 20 years from now, or maybe 5 years from now, that you're not using this land, can you sell it to me, or give me the first right of refusal in case you're going to sell it? So if you're going to sell it to somebody else, I get first dibs on it first.
That would actually make sense.
Because Gardner and Associates knows all this stuff.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because that was something that was pondering in my head. And I knew you were coming on the show eventually, so I was going to save that question to ask you personally anyway. But I was always wondering that, because when I look at how the land looks, it looks like the gas station never cared about it. Mm-hmm. So they never had any interest in it. And I'm like, no, there had to have been something with the homeowner in this yard, because the way it's sectioned off, you would swear up and down it belonged to the home. And it wasn't until Tyler went to go, I don't know what Tyler pulled, but that's how he found out that the gas station owns the land.
And so did Tyler go and talk to the gas station?
I told Tyler, give me a minute.
Okay.
I told Tyler, give me a minute.
Tyler's my guy. I don't know him, but I'm pretty sure he's my guy. All of us real estate people know each other.
He probably is your guy, and I wouldn't be surprised.
So I think that even going that extra mile, because one thing. So sometimes the house sells itself,
right?
And sometimes I sell it for you. Like if you're like, oh, this is my house, this is it, and it's like a few discrepancies. There's like, oh, there's a big land behind it that the gas station people own. Sometimes they're not like that. You're like, hey, you ain't doing nothing with this land.
And that's what I'm like.
Let me get it together for you.
I damn near want to go over there and be like, hey, man, you want to retire and give me the gas station as a whole? I'll just buy all this.
No, they ain't gonna do that. No,
Yeah, no,
that's
they
too
not.
much.
But you say you ask for the gas station and they
We don't
say
even know where
no,
to get
then
the
you
gas from.
then you don't want the gas station. Then I'll just take the land. Like, look, okay, you don't want to give up the gas station. What about this piece of land over here? You see, you got to start
Yeah.
big and then
You
just
gotta
walk
start
up,
big and
walk up with the small part. But
navigate yourself down.
down there. So you said that you're a broker now.
Yeah.
What's the difference for those who
So
don't know?
so a broker is more legal. So there's
Okay.
a lot more legal ramifications that go into being a broker. And so I have agents under me that they're their own entity though.
Right.
So I let my agents know I'm nothing but the thing that reports to the state.
Okay.
I'm nothing but the person that navigates, negotiates, and problem solves things that are higher level that you can't do. Right.
Okay.
So I have this one agent, and she's amazing. She's actually one of my heavy hitters, but she's always in some drama.
Like, wait. Not telling her business. When you say drama, is it like non-work related drama?
Listen, I be having other agents and brokers calling me, and they're like, I've been calling her phone all day. She's not responded. We put $30,000 earnest money down, and she's not responding.
Oh.
Now she doesn't have the money at all,
Okay.
so she's not getting over anybody. She's not shicey at all. The title company has it,
Right.
or it's in the trust account, and Nora's just sleep. But Nora does so many bills, like
that she can sleep.
Pops, and so they'll be like, call me back.
Right.
And then they'll call me because, of course, I'm her broker and
Right.
I'm listed online, publicly. And so they'll call my phone. This one lady just called me last week, just on drama. She called me on so much drama. I went to like ask her where was she located at, because I wanted to meet her somewhere, because I want her to keep that same energy.
You can't put no.
Yeah, I know.
You can't do that.
She called me.
You call
so
your
aggressive.
cousins. You don't do that.
Listen.
Look, you called me.
She was so aggressive.
This is where we're family at.
And sometimes people of not our color can think that they can call us professionally, like they're minimizing our intelligence.
Right.
And so when she called me, she was like, "Who is this?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, I paid this Verizon bill. Who am I speaking with? And she was like, "What is your name?" I said, "No, I'm sorry. I pay this bill every month. What is your name?" I'm sorry. That's not the way this goes on this one. We don't do that. Because Verizon hits me over the head every month.
No, we gonna roll.
Yeah, we don't do that. You have to introduce
roll,
yourself. Right on. Introduce yourself right on. And so she was like, she started to tell me about the situation. And I was like, wait, I'm sorry. Who am I speaking with? What's the agent's name? What's the property address? What's the issue? And what are you looking for from me?
Right.
I had to bring her back down to reality.
Got to sometimes.
And I had to bring her back down to reality in a very professional way, because I seen that she was very frustrated. And she got so angry, she hung up the phone on me. But I followed up in a message to her, and I let her know, like, I understand this is a very frustrating situation, and I know that you're trying to get a hold of one of my agents. So if you'd like to talk, give me a call whenever you'd like, and I'd be happy to speak with you. And this is all from growth. I wasn't like this before.
I could tell.
It was like, pull up. Where you at?
And you probably still wanted to say that professionally,
like
in the email.
I'm sorry. And where are you?
Where are you? What's the address?
Sorry. And where do you look?
What house are you looking to buy? Let's meet there and have this conversation.
Exactly. But I realized that what angers you controls you.
Exactly.
And nobody controls me but me.
Exactly.
And so and I get it. And like I explained to her when I texted her, she never responded, but she got the message because she had me on read receipts, or maybe she just had everybody on that. And I said, hey, that conversation didn't go well, but if you'd like to speak further, you have my number. I understand this is a very frustrating situation. I'm going to try to track down what agent did this and what's going on, and I'll get back with you. So I tracked down the agent. Of course, we called Nora first, and and Nora sent her an email, letting her know what was going on. They'll be closing on the 8th. They'll be fine. It was
so
just
she was just being impatient.
It was a verification of employment that was delayed. It was something, whatever. It was minor. And but the lady was like having a heart attack. And so these are the small fires that I put out. Or something's happening and someone needs somebody to like we need $3,000 earnest money credited to the buyer because the loan is not permitting it. And I spoke with your agent and it's not working. So then I take a look at everything, like the whole picture. Like, okay, so this house is for sale for $370. We have a buyer's agency agreement at 3%. Maybe can we lower that to 2.4% so that we can get some wiggle room so that we can make this buyer buy it? Because unless you either take the 17,000 or you take the 15,000.
Right.
Take the 15.
Right.
There are some agents though, they're so sticklers. They're like, no, I want my 3%. I worked for 3%. I want my 3%. Listen, we ain't ducking no action over here. Now we ain't gonna work. We not doing prices that are, we're not on discount.
Right.
But if I look at the deal and I see like, let me speak to the lender. Okay, boom. The lender, it's just kind of tight, their finances and everything like that. And I see that there's like a $3,000 gap that we can, let go of.
Right.
I do it, because I don't really let money come off the table.
Right.
So it's like, are we going to pass up on 15,000 because we can't get the 17,000?
$2,000 ain't going to break you.
Come on now. But there are some, I've literally spoke to some agents and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to make this deal work. It's not working. I went through the numbers, trying to make it happen. It's not working. So I'm going to shave off 1,500. Can you shave off 1,500 so that we can get this person this 3,000? And they're like, no. So these are the things that I deal with. But then those same people will be like, you're rolling up in this and you have this and you have a bar and you have houses and you have this. Yeah, because I'm not ducking action.
That's not your business.
No, it's not the fact that it's not their business. It's the fact that when you didn't want to take off 1,500, I took off the 1,500.
Right.
Because I'm not greedy. It's like, we going to take the 17 or we're going to take the 15 or we're going to take 0. Before I take 0, I'm going to take the 15.
Exactly.
15,000 me, please.
Right.
And there's so many people that would be like, I need my 17,000.
But why?
And then they'll be like, I'm not, but you done did all this work. So you wrote the offer, you showed the property, you collected the earnest money, you did the inspection, you did the appraisal, you did all these amendments, all these contingencies, you did all this stuff. And then at the end, when we're like, getting down to the numbers, it's a $1,500 gap. And you're like, no, I'd rather take nothing. Well, that's why I'm riding around in a Benz. And that's why I have a bar. And that's why I have my properties. Mm-hmm. And that's why I look good. I'm just joking.
That's natural. I don't know why they hate me because they.
But that's why, because I can bend. I'm a negotiator.
Right.
And
you're supposed to be.
I negotiate.
Right.
So yeah. I'm never gonna let the deal go away because of some money.
One thing about you that even just in the short time I've known you, you have integrity and you care. So it could be because you've been doing this for 20 years, but at the end of the day, the money is not the motivator for you at the end of the day. Like I
need it though, but
you need the money,
but
it's not the motivator. The money is the bonus. The money is the reward for you being the kind of person you are. Because if it was the money, you would definitely be chasing corporate accounts. You definitely will not want to work with certain types of situations. You would not ever think about leaving this game because people are always going to need a place to live. Mm-hmm. Okay, at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But you don't do it for that. Because like you say, you'll give up this for that. Because even though you're getting less, you know that person who just got this house, this is something major for them. And I think a lot of times agents don't really look at it from that perspective. Yeah, it's like this is a big deal for them. Yeah. Buying a house is such a huge responsibility. It's for some people, it's how they start their generational wealth. Mm-hmm. Especially if you learn anything about how you could take, like you said, you take one home, you buy 2 more homes. That could be the start of them literally never having to struggle ever again.
Yeah, and generationally, like they can pull that money out, put some money for their kids' college.
Exactly.
And then that kid can go to college and be great and buy a house and put some money for their kids' college. And
exactly.
That's how the generational wealth starts.
Or just the simple fact of that kid goes out and they chase their dream. They know where to come back to. There is literally a brick location that houses the family. So if you went to New York and you realize New York just wasn't for you,
I can come home.
you can come home. You can't do that all the time with an apartment.
Yeah.
Because it may be a new owner the minute you leave. And they may not want to rent to anybody. But that home thing matters like really, really major. Because I think 90% of my childhood memories came from my grandmother's home. Because I knew that 2439 North 10th Street was always going to be there no matter where I went out in the world. I'm in the Air Force. I don't know where my mom and them staying at because they went and bought an apartment, but I know I can always send something to 2439 North 10th Street, you know? So that does make a big deal. And y'all got to stop being greedy.
Yeah, like it's different out here now.
Different.
I think there's a lot of agents out here that are raised off of HGTV. And so in a 30-minute segment,
HGTV is my shit.
No, HGTV. I definitely want to be on HGTV one day.
I can see you doing that.
I can definitely
Why don't
see
you
me
just
on there.
Make a pitch.
Like for real. Like if they follow me around all day, you think this little Superwoman title is something? Let me tell you something. If they follow me around all day, I would get more views than
I believe it. I could believe it.
Like it's crazy sometimes. Sometimes I sit back and be like,
have you ever thought about have you ever thought about just documenting one of your days?
It's too much to write.
No.
I gotta like record it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just spend a day and every single time you're in a new place, just post something new on Instagram. Post something about you.
Oh, I'm
just
not a poster. I'm not.
I know you're not, and that's one of the things I need. See, from my perspective of the world, that's one of the things I be wanting to get on you about because you have so much that people you do so much. Right? Like I know you do a lot, and you just hey, it's wing night, and like that's all I get from you for the whole day.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
You got to do better.
But like this past Wednesday,
I'm gonna hire you a social media manager.
Please. This past Wednesday, it was the Cream City Mortgage all white affair from the YPN and the GMAR. And I attended, and the after party was at my bar, and it was like phenomenal. Like, it was so packed. It was so amazing. I bought the whole bar shots. The one time I decide not to go out is the day she buys shots. We was like turning up in there. It was so beautiful though, because everybody was in white. Everybody was so elegant. We were all business professionals, and we were just all just like vibing with each other. Like, everybody was just so amazing. Everybody just had such good attitudes and things like that. And I thought about documenting it, but then I was like, what if somebody doesn't want to be online?
They are real estate agents. Their faces is everywhere naturally. I get it though.
Sometimes I'm sensitive to that, to people, because sometimes I'll be like I'm online, and like we just closed, and I took a picture and I posted you, and then you're like, I ain't want everybody in my business, like.
And I can get that. Because I know for a fact when I close, I probably won't do the photo.
Yeah, like,
I'll take the photo and I'll probably frame it somewhere, but I don't think I will put it on social media. The only people who will know about my house would be those who knew I was looking to buy a house.
Yeah.
And those who are listening to this episode.
And sometimes I just post the houses.
Right.
I don't post the person. I just
and you don't and you know what, I might do that.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't do that.
No, you can't do it, but your agent can
do
it.
I think I can't.
And then you can like the status.
Right. Just
like it.
Like, oh, that's a very nice house.
Yeah.
I wonder who's buying that.
Congratulations. I'm sure you're a hell of an agent.
Right. Like, you're so awesome, Tyler. Yeah. But so, fun fact. I am looking to get my real estate license. Okay.
Don't tell me that.
I told you that because I knew you would be excited.
I am super excited.
I know you are. I'm scared, but not because of that. This is a dramatic change for me. Okay.
No, you're gonna do both with the F.
Both.
You do both of them.
Could do both of them. It's an exciting man, but it is a little bit scary in regards to me because I'm in my 40s. If you can't tell by the gray. So this to me, I don't want it to feel like it's a midlife crisis kind of a situation. because I've been in corporate America for about as long as you've been doing real estate. Okay. So to now, I don't want that anymore. But
Wait,
what?
okay. You should do both.
I should do both what?
Real estate and whatever you've been doing
I'm
that
still
generates a constant
I'm
flow of
still gonna do
income.
that. No. Don't get it twisted. This is not going anywhere
Okay.
because I'm also going into business coaching and consulting too.
Okay.
Because too many small businesses by their second or third year are failing.
Absolutely.
And I've started noticing a lot of them is not failing because they don't have a good idea. They don't have great execution.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of hustlers that have turned entrepreneurs, but they didn't do the proper steps to make them legitimize. So now when they're getting to the phase and it's time to be legitimate, they're either not wanting to do it because they don't feel like they have the capital that they've earned yet, or they just don't know if this is their thing.
Or they're jumping out the window too much with so much capital, with so much upfront.
Right.
That they're failing because they have to realize the flow and structure of the income.
Exactly.
Of the
There's a lot of people who are wanting to look like they're made of money and not realizing there's a lot of overhead costs that you got to think of right away.
I'm about to do a church shout in here.
There's so much overhead that a lot of people don't find out about until later on down the road, and they don't prepare themselves for it. The capital is not to go buy the big fancy lights and the grass wall to put up so when people come in they can take photos. No, the capital is to make sure that you are 5 months ahead in the rent as you are trying to get your inventory together and trying to get your marketing started. And marketing really matters.
Marketing definitely matters.
A lot of people feel like Facebook and friends and popularity. No. But
you know what? Seriously, there are people that are, am I saying this right? They're introverts.
Mm-hmm.
That's not for a service-driven industry.
Not at all.
It's just not. And people that are not open to talking to people, they want to be in real estate, or people that aren't open to talking to people, they want to own a bar. Like you have to say, hi, thanks for calling. Thanks for calling. Thanks for coming into Wall Street. How can I help you? And, you know, and if you don't talk to people, or if you're rude and you don't know how to talk to people, if you can't tactically calm down a situation when people have been drinking, the music's going, things like that, then you are not built for this business.
You're not built at all.
If a person's night of drunkenness ends with them dying, them going to jail, or them being kicked out of your bar, then you are not successful in what you're doing, because drunk people are like mental health patients. And a lot of people have to treat them as such, because typically the things that they're doing right now, they wouldn't usually do. That's why alcohol is a stimulant. And that's why you're not supposed to drive with alcohol. That's why you're not supposed to do a lot of things on alcohol, because it does alter your brain function.
It alters a lot of stuff. The way you move, the way you act, definitely your reaction time.
Your reaction to things. And just, let's just say if I stepped on your foot right now, I'm so sorry. I just stepped on your foot. I'm sorry. And I stepped on your foot while you're drunk. You're going to be like,
it can go so many different ways. You're right. It can go so many different ways. I could be so drunk that I didn't realize you stepped on my foot.
Or you can be so drunk that you realize I stepped on your foot and you snap on me. And I was really about to be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Right.
But now, because you just snapped on me, now I'm not going to say I'm so sorry. Now it's going to be like,
now you ready. And don't let you be drunk too. So now two drunk people fight. That's the funniest thing in the world to watch. First of all, two drunk people fighting is hilarious, but I don't condone it.
I don't condone it.
But it's so funny.
It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. Just don't do it at Wall Street.
Don't do it at Wall Street. But I have situations like that at Wall Street.
You do.
Where and I just had a situation like this, and there was two people in the bar, and I could have kicked them both out. I told one guy to sit down, and the girl was substantially, she was drunk.
Right.
We had been cut her off. And I had got her calm, and the guy was still explaining, like, what I do, he was just explaining. And I'm like, sit down, just have a seat. Let me talk to you. Because I need both of you to sit down. I've calmed her down. Let me calm you down. You still up.
Did they come together?
No, they did not. And so he got mad and he went outside, and I went outside and I talked to him, and I was like, listen, you're right. What you said to her wasn't worth her doing all that. I understand that. You're right. However, she is drinking and she's emotional. And as a man, who cares what she's saying? She didn't touch you. She didn't hit you. She didn't spit on you. She didn't do any of that. So let her go crazy on a tantrum. And I'm telling you, I'm the owner. Right. I'm telling you, chill out. I got you. But you're just going crazy. And I'm telling you to chill out, right? And he's just steady talking. And I said, repeat to me what I just said. And he was like, you just said that she's emotional. I said, no, I said, you're right.
He missed the most important part.
You missed the most important part. You are right. Nothing you just did was really wrong. And I peeped the whole situation and was like, here we go. Right. But at the end of the night, they ended up staying 2 more hours being cordial in there with each other. He came back in. I was like, hey, go back in there and shut the F up. Go in there and shut up. Okay. Right. Shut up. Don't say nothing to her. And while she's so drunk, she ain't gonna say nothing to you. And she was. I said, I could look at her. We trying to call her an Uber right now.
Right.
Right. Like, you know, and at the end of her night, she shouldn't have gotten slapped, punched, or beat up. And at the end of his night, he shouldn't have gotten slapped, punched, or spit on.
Right.
Or beat up by a girl or her guys or anything like that. There's a way of talking to people to say, hey, listen, come here. Let's talk. What's going on? Like, and sometimes the more irate somebody is, it's really a 48 law of power. I was just telling my cousin this. Living life, walking life, being a superwoman, everything is the 48 laws of power.
Okay, break it down for me.
Never appear to be too let me look at my 48 laws.
Right, like why you finna run it down. I got the book in my Audible. I just ain't listened to it yet. But go ahead and run it down.
Like, listen, never outshine the master. So if you feel like you the master right now, you drunk and you're the master and you're the master over me, hey.
You got it.
You got it, boss.
Exactly.
Hey, sweetie, what's wrong? You know, let me get you some water. Are you okay?
Right.
You want some fries? You want some chicken on me? You want some chicken?
See, you don't never offer me free chicken. Now I gotta get drunk. You know, I'm gonna come in there and get chicken? Drunk and let me see if I can get some free chicken.
I want you to get some free chicken. And so I realized that, and it made me feel really good about myself by doing that, because at the end of the night, the guys all got in their Uber. They ordered an Uber XL. The young lady's still in the bar drunk. You know, we're trying to get her an Uber, but I had to make sure I got her a girl Uber driver because she had a little bitty skirt. I'm a girl, you know, I'm a girl's girl. You know, she was belligerent. Listen, she put me through it that night, right? She put me through it.
You earned that night.
Listen, I earned that night. But I still, even though she was frustrating me so bad, I was like, this is somebody's daughter. I can't just put her in this Uber. She's so pretty. She has on a mini skirt. I'm not about to put her in the hands of some Uber
you don't
driver.
Know what happens.
Right. And so I was like, I have to make sure she's straight. Even though she was frustrating me, this is what I signed up for.
Right.
You know?
So now that we here, because I was going to get here eventually, what made you buy a bar? Like, and I'm not saying that owning a bar is a bad thing, because you got a personality where, and you just literally showed it right there. You got a personality where you can run this, you can manage this, but a bar is a big step. It's so many things you have to worry about, especially in Milwaukee. What made you buy a bar?
So I always had this business plan for a bar back in like 2013, right? Okay. And it was like a business lounge. It was called The Venue.
Okay.
Right. And I didn't do it back then, right? And then in 2020, when the pandemic happened, I had started to go out, right? So backstory, 2020, my father had just died probably 5 months before in October. I had open heart surgery on October 13th. My dad died on October 16th, but my birthday was on October 9th.
Right, you just had.
So it was birthday. Like 9th, 13th, and 16th. It was like pure hell.
You got a rough week.
Yeah, it's a rough week for me usually. And so then I buried my father, and then I had another open heart surgery where they put my defibrillator in, right? So then the whole world shut down, and I remember sitting at my kitchen table, and I was looking at my website, and I was just like, my dad's gone now. I just had open heart surgery. So God set me down, right?
Right.
I feel like God set me down.
You set a lot of people down.
God set a lot of people down, but God set me down because I couldn't do much because I had just had open heart
Right.
surgery.
You couldn't do nothing if you wanted
So
to.
I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I was in pain. Having a defibrillator attached to your rib is hard because it's like an internal pain that you can't. It's like nerve damage
Right.
pain. And so even sleeping was hard because I got mines on my side. And so I was just sitting there and I was like, I gotta change my life. I gotta do something different. I gotta up the ante. I gotta.
What? Okay, I'm not trying to knock your hustle. You are a successful real estate agent. You are making deals. You are making moves. You are an it girl. And you still felt like you needed to change your life?
Yeah, like I feel like sometimes I even I think that when you strive for greatness, you can never get too comfortable being where you're at.
Okay, I can give you that.
Even if being where you're at and you're not comfortable is not a monetary gain, it's like, wait, I need to reach out to the youth. And I want to do more in the community, or I want to do more. When you got that in you, it's always constant strive to do, right?
I could agree with you.
And sometimes I'll be thinking about my defibrillator, and I'll be thinking, people be like, slow down, you doing too much. And I'll be like,
you're not doing enough.
I'm not doing enough.
Exactly. You're not doing enough. I feel you on that.
I'll be like, oh my God, I have so many goals in here. I'm trying to do more.
I feel you on that one. That's the same thing with me. Like when I first got into this podcasting game, and I was one of the big name producers in the city, people were like, Tony, you're successful. But it's like, no, there's more I want to do. More. Like there's more. I want to have these kind of shows. I want to do this. I want to have these panels. I want to go here. And then after I started checking off all those boxes, and I have corporate accounts, and I have, big networks that I've done in regards. So it's like, you know what? I want to try radio. We need our own radio station. And I went out and I tried to make a radio station. I only stopped because my capital wasn't there. That's why I know.
It's a lot. Okay.
It's a lot. But
okay, that's good. That's good for me to hear, because I don't want a radio station, but I kind of wanted a podcast, like a real estate, like podcast.
I need, come on. No, we still doing that because I need that.
For real?
Need that. Yeah.
I was thinking about stopping now. Did you just say
no? I need that. We need that. Look, just this conversation alone, without you even trying, you dropped so many gems.
And I had so much stuff written down that I didn't even pick up my phone and look at. Like
you dropped so many gems already. Girl, this whole this is why you my business bestie. Yes. Business besties don't come with scripts. We just talk.
I don't got a script.
I
had something written up, but then it was like,
why?
Because I wanted to be professional, but I had to be me.
Exactly. I wouldn't want you here if you was gonna give me. I would have did a webinar.
Okay.
The professional people, we do webinars.
Right.
We do seminars. We invite people to come in and learn.
Exactly.
Nah, this is a gentle conversation of two business besties. I love this for you. But no, we're gonna get you a podcast. I've been wanting a real estate podcast for a while, only because we as Black people don't really truly know the value of real estate.
I'm not calling this over. Listen. And
then you're gonna buy everything that breaks. And I know you got it. Okay.
When I tell you that it's so heavy, though.
It is. We don't know. It is not that we don't want to own home. We don't know the value of owning home, which is why we're so behind in everything. We allow everybody to dictate what we do because the government tells us, hey, we'll give you free money if you stay in this situation. But you don't understand it. If you just do this, buy a house, you don't need that free money.
Yeah, there's so much leverage in buying your own house.
It's so much leverage. I was sitting down talking to my friend one day, and he has a phenomenal credit score. He's been working the same job for 10 years. Okay. He's vested. He has a 401k. He has everything going for him. And I'm like, bro, why don't you just buy you a 2-bedroom house at least? Oh no, man, I don't want to be responsible for anything. Okay, did you know that if you buy a house, based on the house you buy, you just do a little bit. I said, don't even buy a brand new house. Go buy you a small little simple fixer upper that just need basic maintenance repair. Next thing you know, the value of the home is going to be greater. You can take the equity out the value of that home, pay off everything you have. So all you got is your first mortgage and your second mortgage. Even if you don't want to do that, let's just say you want to go start your business. You love shoes. Why don't you go ahead and start some kind of business revolving around shoes? You could take the equity out your house. You already got your startup capital to be able to do that because you got me as a friend. I'm going to have your business plan laid out. So I'm going to tell you exactly the amount you need. You ain't even got to touch your 401k unless you want to go into getting a second home, because now we can take the money out that, go ahead and use it as your down payment. In regards to your second home. We can flip that home.
Somebody ready for real estate?
I told you, baby girl, I was supposed to be in that a long time ago. I did 10 years in the mortgage industry.
Okay.
I was an underwriter. So I know both sides of the game. And it's a simple fact that I was sitting down with my business coach. And my business coach, who was helping me figure this out because I felt stuck. Mm-hmm. So my business coach was like, let's figure out what we can do to get you where you need to be at, because what you were doing before was cool, but you want to do more. Let's figure out how we can get you to do more. So while sitting there with her and I was unpacking some stuff, I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing what you're doing. And she was like, it took you long enough to figure that out because just for our first two conversations, I knew what you were supposed to have been doing, but I'm a coach. So I'm just going to help you get there. So I started thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute. If I'm going to be a coach, I'm going to be a consultant, I'm going to be a mentor and an advisor, and I got to get licenses for everything. I'm just going to go ahead and get my real estate license while I'm doing this. I'm going to go ahead and get my insurance license while I'm doing this. Might as well. So it's like at this point in time, it's like, you know what? Fuck that 9-to-5 job I got. Because I know for a fact that in about 6 months, I'm not going to want to be here because I ain't going to have time to be here.
And listen, I literally have one of my bartenders. He worked for me for probably like a month. And I had a conversation with him like this. And I was like, you know, it would be nice if you could get your insurance license and then I'd use you instead of using other people. Right. And I'd run my stuff because at the end of closing, before we close, everybody has to have insurance in their houses.
Exactly.
And I'm the one that usually calls and gets the insurance thing going. Right. And so he called me the other day and was like, Charese, I know I haven't talked to you in a while, but I've been studying, trying to get my insurance stuff together. I think I take my class at the end of my test at the end of this month. So get ready for me. I was so excited because I was like,
I know you were, because just me telling you I seen
changing his whole course of life.
Right.
Like, you know, like, dude, you know what? Real estate might not be a thing. Being an appraiser might not be a thing. Being an inspector might not be a thing. What do you like? He was like, well, I do roofs. I do something for roofs. And he was like, all the insurance companies send me out because they want to know what the roofs look like.
Right.
I'm like, why you don't
be them? Right.
So I like knowing that the course of someone's life was changed by me in a positive direction.
You did play a factor in my decision. Okay.
Don't say
you did. Because like
not Tyler.
Tyler is part of the family.
Okay.
Tyler is family. And the reason why you play a factor in me, and it's not even because of the real estate side, just knowing I have someone that I could be like, Reese, I got a question. I'm working on this right here. What? And I know that you're gonna like, look, A, B, C, D. This is really how it's supposed to go. Okay, this is what we do, but this is what they want you to do.
Yeah.
So make sure you say and do it this way.
And I was raised by people. So when I started in real estate in 2005, I would call people, and I had my 3 people that I would call, and I knew that I think we all started around the same time, but I knew that they were doing more volume than me.
Right.
And I will call them and be like, hey, line 237 of the offer to purchase says this. What am I supposed to check for this? And they would be like, oh, sis, this is what you check. Right. So I give back to that. So there are some agents. I just seen a lady the other day, and she was like, I can't just answer that question like that. I have to look at the whole picture. And when I look at all the documents, I'm charging. So I'm like, no, I've been doing this so long. You can tell me, hey, line 237 of the offer to purchase. And then I'm getting a vision of it. And I clicked this, but I was supposed to click that. Okay, make an amendment. Tell them that, explain to them what you did. make an amendment, changing it out, unchecking the box 237 on. I don't know which box 237 off the purchase is.
Right.
I'm just saying this right now.
Now while I'm taking my exam, I'll be looking for 237 on everything.
That's not nothing.
I was like, we'll be looking for.
But I've been doing this so long
that you
can call me and I could be driving or I could be taking care of something. And I can be like, uncheck that box and check this box, and then let them know why you did it, and just do an amendment to the offer to purchase, and let them know that going forward you would like to move this direction.
I'm gonna be sitting in the bar when I'm doing my homework. What are you talking about? Drinking. I'm gonna be
eat chicken.
Both. Okay, but I'm gonna be in the bar, so when I need you, hey, come here. Okay, so this right in. Okay, did I do this right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, good. Get back to work.
I've helped a lot of people that way, and I don't ever. This one chick had hit me up, and she was like, "Charese, you help a lot of people, but a lot of people don't give you your proper chop." And I was like, "I don't need it.
You don't need it."
There's so many people that tag me and things I don't even repost it. So sometimes people do give me my chop, but
you just
I don't do it for that.
I don't do it for that's the same thing I say with this. Like, a lot of people tag me and are grateful for like giving people the opportunity or having somebody on a guest to speak their moment. I was like, I don't do it for the recognition. I had a friend, I remember it was about 2 years ago. She was doing her Melanie mixer and she was like, Tone, I want to give you an award. And I'm like, why? And she's like, but you've done so much. Like, thank you, but cool. I'm not, next time you come around, you can give me the award. Yeah. I'm not really concerned about the award because in that moment, one, I didn't feel like I deserved it.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
We always don't feel deserved.
I didn't feel like I deserved
we feel like
it.
It's something we're supposed to do.
Right. It's like, this is what I do. I do this. But then as I was a part of the MKE Rise program, this go around and we're sitting here and we're talking and we're selling our business to each other. I just really I do this to help people. Like the whole 9 yards, I want to give a voice to the voiceless, as they would say. I want someone who has something on their head and they want it to be heard, but instead of screaming off their back porch, I want them to come and say, let's have this conversation. And it's to the point where I am very heavy on pushing mental health with this brand. That actually starting next Friday, I'm having a men's circle here where every other Friday starting on the 15th, men can come here and we can just talk about whatever. I don't care. You want to talk about how you're struggling as a Black man in today's society? You talking about trying to be a good dad compared to deadbeats? Are you talking about your baby?
And
whatever you want to talk about.
Provide them resources.
And I'm definitely providing resources. I'm never leaving nobody.
I do feel like men are becoming the disadvantaged person
because we're expected to be strong.
No, I just feel like the society is not even expected to be strong because you got society trying to. Is this a word? Demasculize?
Oh, yeah, they're demasculizing.
They don't want men, especially Black men. Exactly. They don't want Black men being that strong, chin up, chest out, like strong man. Everybody wants to, dim the light of the masculine energy of them.
They just want to devalue Black men.
Yeah,
as a whole.
They do. And I think that they try to devalue Black men as a whole. And I also think that from having a bar in Walker's Point, sitting at the end of the bar, I see that a lot of white men go through things too. Whereas you would think that they're like the privileged one.
No,
they be at the bar going through it.
They be
going through it too.
And I'm glad you brought that up. I found out that white privilege is actually very hard to carry at times.
I think white privilege, and this is like not this to any of my girls because sometimes I feel like if you were born white, blonde hair, blue eyes, it's not your fault that you were born like that. Like that's not her fault that she was born like that. But I think the white privilege is more leaning now towards like some of the corporate America men and the white women. And I feel like sometimes when it's some white women that don't even think about that. They don't even care. Like they're like, hey girl, how are you? And then there's some people that feel like, and then I gotta swell up. Like then I gotta show my teeth. A dog always show their teeth before they bite.
You just like to fight, that's all. You just like to fight and you overdo for a good one. That's what it is. That's what I'm hearing here. This whole time you've been ready to nuck and buck and ready to fight.
No, but I do feel like I do feel like men as a whole, we got America, the world, we got, maybe it's just America.
It's America.
We got to get a grip on this because my daughter's in Japan and they don't play that in Japan. My daughter's been in Japan for 6 months, and
I meant to talk to you about that
oh
because
my God, I'm depressed.
Right, that's where I was getting ready to too. That was the initial conversation was about you handling and juggling so many things and how are you staying strong. But I see you like to fight, so that's probably how you stay strong. I love to love. But I did want to bring up the fact that I didn't know if you were comfortable with your daughter being in Japan, and it's crazy because my oldest, that's her dream is to go to Japan.
Oh my God,
she goes to MSL right now, and
I can help her get hooked up too.
No, don't worry about it. She got her connection.
Okay.
She got it figured out. You know how like you knew that you wanted to do real estate in middle school? Okay. She knows that she's going to do something that's going to have her in Japan.
Okay.
She really wanted to go to MSL because they had Japanese as another language. She already speaks Spanish on top of Ebonics because of her dad. She speaks it fluently. And sarcasm, like that's her first language is sarcasm.
Absolutely.
But they took away the Japanese program, so I got to go find her some kind of.
How old is she?
She is 12.
Okay, when Elena gets back, I'm going to connect them two together because Elena taught herself Japanese and she writes it and speaks it and understands it, and that's how she ended up like kind of getting along with her grades.
And I think that's what she's kind of doing now.
Yeah, Elena has a whole little curriculum at home that she done made me buy off Amazon or someplace. I bought it all.
Maybe I'll look for it.
Yeah, Elena mashed out on books. Like, you know how some kids want Jordans, right. And her entire room is full of books. Oh
no, this one is anime
anime books
and all kinds of stuff like that. She refuses to watch anything on Crunchyroll with subtitles. It just has to be in this authentic way. Like I'm like, look, you?
But Japan is good, and along to what we were saying, people in America, they're treated different. You know how people say like America is like the land of the free, and kind of researching things and a lot of things that social media has given us the opportunity to view other things.
Right.
Sometimes our men here are treated the worst.
They are,
you know, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. And I feel like along with your group that you were saying, to tie this all back in, when the men are talking, like, let's just say if the men needs help with this or they need help with that, you know, along with your coaching, because this is going to be your job.
I know what I'm doing.
Provide them resources,
of course,
that can help attain, you know, whatever it is that they need.
Of course, the goal for
you're gonna get burnt out though.
Oh, see, here's the smart thing.
Listen, being Superwoman is hard. It's hard not being burnt out.
Oh no, I come from a long line of Superwomen in my family, and I definitely see the burnout often. Not only just the burnout, but I see a lot of loss of identities, and it's one thing that I definitely don't want for my daughters. I want them to learn the value of me time and understanding. Like, I already know that they're going to be successful young women because they have the creative mind of their father and they have the drive of their mom, that if they say, look, I want to go and create a whole new game console, I guarantee you they'll make it happen. That's how smart they are. That's just how they are, and that's how they'll do it. They'll fight. Oh my God, they'll fight each other, but I guarantee you when it comes out, they'll create a console. They'll play any game from any console and it'll be legal. They'll figure it out. But I've also watched how their mom has burnt herself out trying to maintain and handle so many different things in the family, both for the elders and for the younger ones, that there was a brief moment in time she didn't know what she wanted. I would ask her like, hey, your birthday's coming up. What do you want from your birthday? I don't know. And that was new to me. Like, usually y'all know exactly what y'all want for y'all birthday.
When a girl says she doesn't want anything for her birthday,
she wants everything.
She wants stuff.
She wants everything. No, but she said, I don't know.
A trip, a massage,
Yeah.
even if a trip to Chicago, like, hey, baby, or not baby, I don't know, what you guys' status are, but hey, I got a massage appointment for you in Chicago. You're
Right.
going to take the train down there. The Uber's going to pick you up around 12. Your train lands at 11:45. It gives you time to get your bags, go to the bathroom. The Uber will be there. I scheduled the time. It'll take you to the spa. You'll get your nails done, your feet done, and they'll do a massage for you. Things like that.
And that's exactly.
Maybe you should put me in on like helping with the, the antics. I just want to be in the background. I don't want to be. I don't want nobody to know.
I got you.
Because then they're gonna be calling me. I don't need nobody calling my phone.
I got you. No, they're not gonna be calling you. You good.
But I think that things
are like that. So how do you find your me through all of this? Because like you said, you are a broker. You got your own properties. I know for a fact you got nice properties that definitely keep you busy. You're running the bar. You are a mom who, luckily for now, she's over in Japan, but you're still a mom even from here. How do you find your me time for you? What does that even look like for you, first of all?
Sometimes me time looks like coming home to a quiet house and washing my face, brushing my teeth, and getting in the bed. Sometimes that just piece of a house, of a clean house, of a,
right.
Sometimes just walking in my front door and smelling the freshness of like
pine saw,
like whatever I put on there, like whatever it is that I did, like
pine saw,
smelling.
Bleach.
Like
if
when I walk in my door,
house, you know what that is.
It's like a calming smell.
Yeah.
Like it's like oh, this smells so good. And then I go upstairs, I get a bottle of water, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I drink my water, I get ready for bed, and right when my head hits the pillow, I'm waking up in the morning.
It's time to get back to reality.
It's time to get back up. It's like that fast. Like, like do not pass go. Do not wake up in the middle of the night. Do not nothing. Like,
right.
I be sometimes so tired. And I think that sometimes even I try to like work out to give myself peace. Right. And working out helps me a lot, right? Okay. But I'm not saying I do it.
You don't do it enough.
I don't do it enough. You know why? Because I think, and I just started looking into this like 3 days ago. I need to get like a sew-in, or I need to get some braids or something, because having natural hair, like having no perm, no relaxer, just all natural. So when I wash my hair, it's a whole afro, and I have to bring it back down to this. And having like no chemicals in your head. When you work out, all this is curly in an afro.
Yeah. It's bad.
So it'd be like, I want to be in shape, or do I want to look crazy?
We'll get you a little something to do at the house. You don't have to go to the gym for every aspect of it. You can get a small treadmill or a walking machine, or maybe just a little exercise bike that looks cute in the corner that you just move in front of the TV every once in a while. So as you watch
TV. I have a 75-inch TV sitting literally on my dresser, and I do not watch TV. I can't even tell you what's on TV. I can't tell you what's going on in the world. I can't tell you. I mean, of course, I have the news app, and I have like, the Wall Street Journal. Like I have like the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Right. I have like the updates from that, so I see like the important stuff.
You see stuff, but you don't.
But I don't know what's going on. Like, someone can say, unless it's like national, something like someone's kid's missing, it's an Amber Alert, everybody's talking about it. When I scroll, I'll like look at it like, oh my God, like, no,
do you feel that the ignorancy of what the media puts out there actually helps maintain your sanity?
I think that not conforming to social media and television reality shows and things like that
I can't last
has maintained my personality.
Okay.
Sometimes I look at young women and I think like, now mind you, I'm animated, but that's just because I'm a hyper kid. Probably should have been ADD.
You
Probably should have
are,
got. Probably
you
should have
probably are ADD, but
ADD, dyslexic, everything. They
think about it. If
probably
they would have put you on anything, you would have lost your creativity.
I would have, but I definitely feel like not seeing all that maintains who I am to the core of me.
Okay.
So I don't have any woman online that I'm looking at that's super animated, that's going upside her boyfriend head. Anytime I've ever gone upside a boyfriend head, it was just me. No one derived that.
He
Like
deserved it.
I didn't see someone doing that. I didn't see my mom doing that growing
Right.
up. I mean, she had her days where
I don't even want to
yeah,
know.
she'll scrape the floor with somebody
Oh my
and touch everything in the room with them. But I didn't grow up with that in my life. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So I didn't grow up talking slick to dudes, calling them out their names
Right.
or disrespecting them. If I get mad at you, I'm finna go. Or I'm about to go to sleep, or stop talking to me right now. Or, we're not about to be disrespecting each other.
Right.
So I didn't get that off of social media. And I think that that's one thing that preserved me from
Okay.
not being a social media reality show TV head, because
Right.
I don't have anybody to emulate. It's just me
Right.
and who I am.
I'm actually not a huge reality fan anymore myself. Like, of course, back in the days when it was a thing that was just being birthed, of course you caught your few ones. You caught your Flavor of Love. You watched your Real Worlds and stuff like that. I've really just aged myself naming them shows in particular. But over time, I don't need to consume it. It has no value to me. I like a story driven show when I am watching TV. So if the purpose of this show is just for two people to randomly get into a fight because of some he said, she said, this is not the show,
not okay.
not for me. Like, if I want that, I'll just go watch Tyler Perry shows.
And I think that social media, the TV, they need to, like, I hate it when people depict an unhealed woman or man, right? That's just like, if, like, thank God, I'm thankful to God that throughout my years, I've kept my sanity throughout everything I've gone through. I've never like lost my mind. But just let's imagine somebody has lost their mind and they're your really good friend, and you show their intimate moments of them like losing it, right?
Right.
That part of their mental health journey right there, that they lost it, right? I feel like sometimes social media is showing the lost it moments of people. Like, oh, she lost it, like, right?
Right.
And then everybody's thinking like, when I lose it, I should lose it like that. Or, like, instead of showing people healed.
Right.
Like, instead of showing like, like, hey, I used to be
a crash out queen,
like crash out dummy. Like, right. And I've realized that, everything that my father has taught me, everything my mother has taught me, as you get older, God willing that you get older to recognize that stuff. Because some people die in their younger years of ignorance.
Exactly.
And I think that just looking back on that, from my father saying like, what angers you controls you, or just the things that my mom has taught me, I feel like as I'm older now, it's like, oh, okay,
right.
I get that now. I understand that now. And then even when somebody's going through it, I have empathy where I notice other people don't. They'll be like, why are you helping her? Or why are you doing? And I'll be like, I
get it.
I've been there before.
Right. Like, I get it.
I done crashed out before. It ain't been rough, but so I can have empathy on somebody, or I can see somebody and be like, I really don't got time right now, but what is it you need?
Right.
What's up? Because
it could be a make or breaker.
Yeah. Like, so sometimes being that Superwoman does burn you out, but it fuels you by help. Like, the fuel of helping somebody.
Right.
That's the fuel that keeps you going.
That's what keeps super people super.
Yeah, that's definitely what keeps super people super. And I feel like realizing that just people are just human.
Right.
Like, you can't make fun of them and they downs, or, just because I'm far from it now, and it's like, oh, I've grown past that.
Right.
And maybe social media wasn't out back then. Like, 2008 is when I got on Facebook, and 2012 was when I got on Instagram. But there was a lot of crash outs that happened before that.
Ooh.
Right? And maybe it wasn't televised. Exactly. The revolution was not televised.
Sometimes they don't need to see that.
The revolution was not televised.
I tell people all the time, like, y'all see heel tone.
Yeah.
Unhealed Tone was a completely different person. So those
Absolutely.
people who knew me back then, they'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, y'all don't know him like we know him.
They'd be like,
and it's some people that could be like, oh, you think Tone like that? Oh, you think Tone real nice? And oh, I know the real Tone, but really that's not even the real Tone because I've changed also
that
though.
was back
but
then.
You did know a part of Tone that
right.
It might still be in me, it might not.
It'll
right?
be in there, but you got to bring them out.
You got to bring it out. And it's just that too. Like, it may be people that have known you in your past that think they know you now. Like,
oh no, and
if you think you knew me then, you definitely don't know me now because I'm constantly evolving.
Right.
And you're not. That's why you think I'm still the same Tone.
Exactly. You want to keep me there because that version of Tone.
Because you're still that.
Right. That version of Tone made you feel better of yourself because you can say that you're better than that version. Yeah. But this version now, I don't even care.
And this version of you, they wouldn't even want to get to know.
Nope.
Right? Because they know that you're better than them.
Exactly.
And it's that insecurity inside of them that'll always keep bringing up your past. You know?
The crazy part is I would still help them.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll still like,
that's because that's what we do. That's what we do. We'll still be there for people.
So what's next for you? Because I know you can't sit down.
I have some things in the works. I'm working on a few projects. Sometimes, so I don't usually like, loose lips sink ships,
But they can't stop you for what's supposed to be for you though.
But I'm a firm believer in like the enemy, the devil knows your past.
Okay.
They can only use your past to destroy your future, right?
Right.
And if they don't know your future until it happens, then there's nothing to destroy. Like people can't destroy what's in private.
We'll talk about when we cut the mics off.
Okay.
Because you're not going to be out here doing something great.
You know me. I'm going to tell you this. I had the bar since April 2021, right?
Right.
And I was working on the bar. I had used my own funds from my mom opened me up a Fidelity account.
Aww.
Started teaching me how to trade and things like that. So I was like pulling money out from there.
Is that why it's called Wall Street?
Yep, that's why I call it.
I was meant to ask you
because my mama is the real Miss Wall Street. To be honest with you.
I'm like, why is her bar called Wall Street Bar?
My mom retired from Harley Davidson. She was a CNC machinist, so she built the engine, the motor, or whatever, for 28 years. And so she retired from Harley Davidson. And when she retired, she was sitting at the table, her kitchen table, bothering all of us. And was like,
bored.
Let me get your social security number. I'm like, girl, you ain't even put no energy in my name. What you want my social security number for?
Why did your mom already got that?
I know, right? And so we just joking with her though. But so she like, I've been opening up you a Fidelity account and these stocks just happened and you need to invest in this. And this stock used to be $124 per share. And now it's down to $24 per share. And you need to invest because over the last 30 years, that's always been $125 or more. So the market just crashed because it's 2020 and it's going to go back up. So when it hit. And I used all that money to like create the bar. And that's how I opened up the bar, like free and clear, like no loans, no grants, no nothing, like my own money. And it was because of my mom teaching me how to do the stock market. Like I was already doing real estate, but right when I get 50,000, I'm buying another house. Right when every time I get some money every year, I buy a house free and clear.
Some folks buy cars, you buy houses.
I buy both. I buy both. But I think that it was relatively like inspiring for her to show me a different way to get money just off of something that a lot of times Black people want to get money off of something that is tangible, something that they can touch and feel, and getting money off of something that you can't even see, that's out there, that's in this world,
right?
And you're collecting off of it. And if you just set your money there, you're just going to get money off of it. I think that was the most amazing thing she could have taught me. Because
a lot of us are scared to allow our money to just be there.
Yep.
Like 401ks are phenomenal for Black people because they don't have to do anything to even get it started. You're already going to work every day. You're not really seeing what is all coming out your check, but here you are 2-3 years later, you randomly now have this $7,000 that you didn't know how it got. Or there.
If you don't have a job and you're an entrepreneur very young, like we have a lot of young people, you can start an IRA.
Exactly.
Put $6,000 a year in it.
There. See, that's why we business
because
besties.
I want to do that too. I want to do financial literacy. So I got some things up that I do want to do for
I got some jobs for you. I got
the community. Like, I'm not the insurance person. I'm not the investor person, but I do want to bring in some key people that do it just because I do it on this personal level, right? I want to bring somebody in that can benefit from my crowd. Like, if there's somebody that works at Northwestern Mutual and this is what they do when they help people organize their financial plans and things like that. I want to highlight them and get them the recognition from the people of my crowd and my peers, because I want them to see that, like, I have a Northwestern Mutual life insurance policy for me and my daughter, and I have a few policies, and it's been so amazing for my life. Like, I want them to see that I'm not the person that I'm not about to go get my license to do that. I'm going to hire somebody and have them come into the bar, and we're going to do a mixer, happy hour, wing Wednesdays, wine Wednesdays, something like that.
We'll figure it out.
Right. Like, I want to do that. I like highlighting other people.
And I do the same thing.
Because unless I'll be even more of a superwoman, and then I will be burnt out even more.
And that's one of the things that I've learned as being the Superboy all this time, that you just got to let other people do some of the things.
Absolutely.
Like, it's one thing to be a jack of all trade, but if you a master of none, go get the aces and just let them do it.
But the rest of that saying is, it's better to be a master. What is it? It's a jack of all trades, master of one, but better than that than being a master of one.
One, yeah.
Like, so it's okay to have multiple strings of income.
Right.
And then having one string of income and that thing fails you, and now you have nothing.
True.
So it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay to, the way I look at it like this, because that's exactly how it is. But in like today's society, it's okay to know how to do everything, but you don't have to be great at everything.
Like, I know people that, like, let's just say if I have 5 kids and I go to a daycare and I don't like the way the daycare is treating me, and she's about to study to get her daycare license, and now she's about to open up daycare. And then I have a brother that's like kind of bipolar and schizophrenic, and he went missing, actually. Thank God we found him. Damn near silver alert. But we found him, but I found him. And then I didn't like the way that place was treating him. So then I opened up a group home. And then I want to teach insurance for the bar, for people. And then I go run to Northwestern Mutual and I get my insurance license. And then I am a real estate broker and you need insurance for your house. And then I get that insurance. And then all that is not needed when you can just let somebody else catch that money. Let somebody
else do it.
Let somebody else catch that money.
My friend was like,
I'm not doing that.
I'm good at that.
That's the dumb stuff.
My friend was like, that's a great idea. It's phenomenal. Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
And that's literally.
That's me now. Like, I don't want to do all that stuff. I stay in my lane. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a real estate broker. I do all things real estate. Like, I got my contractor's license, licensed with the state and the city. Like, if I could do my plumbing and electrical, I would, but
I could actually see you there, like, really doing all that. Like, I can see you building a house. I don't even want
to explain to you the things that I've done in houses. Like,
I can see you walking in the house like, that's not right. Let me move. Give me a hat. And then you'll go and just rewire.
The whole reason why I'm late right now is because I had to go collect my rent from my tenants, because this is really the 4th they was doing.
Oh, girl, at my current job, that's all I've been hearing.
I be putting the floor down, but I just went in there and I looked at the floor and I was like, this is a nice floor, but I put the floor down in the house.
I need you to stop that.
I know. Listen, that's a nice floor.
I need floor down. And is it a nice floor because it's a nice floor? Is a nice floor because you did it?
Listen, let me show you this.
I'm only asking because sometimes when we do stuff, we love it, but in actuality, it's basic.
Look, I gotta show you this just so I can show you. Like, so I just want you to say, oh, that's a nice floor.
See, that's why you don't watch TV. You ain't got time. You out here building homes. You doing your own renovation. Okay, that's a nice floor. Okay. And that's your property? Yeah. Ugh, that's ugly. Okay. We'll talk. I might got somebody who might need a place to rent.
I'm definitely
Okay, so what we gonna do is we gonna take a weekend. I'm gonna get a couple of my friends. We gonna follow you around with a camera.
Oh my God.
Then we gonna turn around and we gonna edit the footage and we gonna send it to them and we gonna say, give her a show now.
Okay. He's so scared.
For what? You just doing you.
Yeah.
The only difference is you got to eventually stop and talk to a camera.
Oh, because I'm going to be going.
But the thing about it is fun fact. All of them shows that be having them confession rooms or the green rooms, they don't do it in real time. It's like after the show is done.
They go over it.
And then they'll go over it and then they're talking about the footage. That's when they're recording. Or there's somebody who's specifically asking them a question in regards to it because during the editing process.
Can you be my manager?
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Pinky swear.
I got you. We put
okay.
Yes, there you go.
An editor and
I ain't gonna do it. I'll get somebody else to do that.
Okay.
But because if I'm managing, I ain't got time to do all that other stuff.
All right.
Okay. So now I gotta hire somebody.
On air. He just said he would.
I got you. I got you. HGTV is my life. So I love it there. It all started with Love It or List It. And now,
oh my God, I love it.
I love that show. That's my show because we already know who's gonna win. They always stay with the Reno. But I love that whole concept of that show. So that's I'm gonna go home and watch some HGTV before I go to bed.
Oh my God.
Just because I'm looking for a home. Right. It was funny because I was talking to my sisters and them like when we were looking for the house, and they was like, as you look for a house, I don't want you going in there talking about this place ain't got no crown molding and you don't want it. Because we used to watch House Hunter all the time, and it was always like for one whole season, somebody was always pointing out the crown mold and how much they loved it, and it was like
you can buy that at Home Depot, right?
And that's why we were laughing.
Can literally buy.
That's why we were laughing about it because we were at Home Depot, and it was like that's just something to make the court like you can do that on your own. And I was like, people were paying an extra like $10,000 for a home because it had.
And those strips are $24 at Home Depot.
Exactly, all because you didn't want to get up there and put. I was dying.
No gun.
So it was like, no. Yep. But the home that I'm interested in, the one with the gas station issue, it has this beautiful sunroom in the front.
Okay, well. Tell your people to call my people. Tell Tyler to call me and we'll work together to make sure you get it. Let's see what the gas station people are talking about. I have my people talk to them too.
They probably your people.
They probably my people. Listen,
you be knowing everybody. They probably your people already.
Right.
But no, I'm really looking at Tyler. We're supposed to go look at a couple of different places. So I told him I'll go look at those too because he kind of really put forth work to get them. But the gas station house it's the sunroom. And he was laughing. It was like it don't have your finished basement. It's like, you know what?
I'll get that done.
I'm not even worried about that because the sunroom sold me. And he messed with me. He's like, are you a little old lady? He's like, yes. I like windows with breathable air. Yeah. It's a nice little light up there. It's already a heat vent down there.
As we get older,
I just want the sunroom.
I just want to sit out there.
Just want to sit out there. I can be nosy because I'm right on the main road. Yeah.
Okay. Have Tyler call me. We'll figure it out. If Tyler doesn't want to go talk to him, I'll do it.
Tyler's already. He's probably already on it. I just got to tell him I won't
charge you or anything like that. I just want the best for you.
I'll still.
I don't want it. I want the best for you.
Fine. I put $5,000 in your Fidelity account.
No, I won't take it. I won't take it. Like I promise.
It's a friend to a friend. Okay, but fine. Listen, I will invest in the bar.
Oh my God. There's not.
I will buy new chairs.
Oh my God.
I'll go get another piano.
Oh my God.
Okay.
But you gotta accept the gifts though too. When someone's like,
I know what you're
saying. That
I know, and I'm already going to use my.
You never know who God is using.
True.
Like, let's just say you just spoke this into the universe, and I'm like, what if I know? I'm like, hey, y'all know these people? Oh, that's your people. That's your cousins. Okay. Hey, listen, my guy won't. You never know. Sometimes. True. You gotta just like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up and let you do your thing.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Just saying.
But what we are gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because we'll talk forever.
Yes.
Forever, ever. But we'll be back because once I start my real estate journey, I'm gonna need her here.
I'll be here.
I'm gonna need her here. I'm gonna bring a few of my real estate. I'm probably gonna bring Tyler too.
Yeah, Tyler has to come.
I'm gonna bring Tyler too.
Because Tyler's family.
Tyler is family now.
Tyler sounds like a great guy too.
He's a cool dude.
I love my fellow agents. I'm not like how everybody's so fiery to each other.
Right.
I'd be like, oh my God, I want to meet Tyler.
No,
Like,
Tyler is cool
like
because
that, like,
even when Tyler took me to some places where I wanted to say, bro, what is you doing?
Tyler didn't know.
But he didn't. He was like, there's a lot going on here in this house. You sure you want to look like, you know what? Let me go lock up some things.
He just seen the MLS pictures. He didn't know.
He was just looking at the pricing, and he knew that we want to stay in a certain area. So he kind of did like, you sure? Like, nah, bro, I got you. But I'm glad you showed me this so I know my worth.
Yeah.
I know my worth. I could do a lot with this, but I'm too old for that right now. But no, but I want to thank you for coming in and joining me. You will always.
I'm so glad we made this happen.
Yes, because you are just so you shut the bar down for me. People, she shut the bar down for me.
I definitely shut the bar. I just showed you the message.
Like, she shut the bar down for me. I feel so happy. I'm giddy. I'm like a little school kid because I got the bar shut down. I feel special. But make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. That's Speaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts at. Make sure you go and follow us on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers because I got lazy for 2 years. So now I got to get serious about that. So, because I got to get monetized over there.
I'll help with that. Send me the link. Send me this.
No. You start working on your social media presence, okay? We gonna get you because one, we got a podcast that we gonna work on, okay? Because you got too much game that you are willing to give away. So let's go ahead and let's make it that people can access it worldwide.
Okay.
We're gonna come up with some events. We're gonna work some things.
So you're my manager, right?
I'm your manager.
Okay.
And we're gonna get on HGTV.
Okay.
Because I gotta meet the Property Brothers.
Okay.
That's my fee.
All right.
I gotta meet the Property Brothers.
So you orchestrate all this, and I'm just gonna show up and look cute, okay?
You do that already.
I'll have the outfits together, and I'll have my life along with it.
No, I got a stylist for you because if we gonna do it right.
Oh no, this is just a
no. I know you can do your thing, but we gonna do it. Because the thing about this is once you on TV, it's different. We gotta make it. We gotta worry about curves.
Milwaukee,
We gotta have clothes. You gotta be out there with classic shirts on while you helping somebody do their floors. You are a Renaissance woman. That's your show. Renaissance girl. Don't be stealing my idea, people. I hear y'all. But with that being said, we are out of here, people. Peace.